placed it in my back pocket.
Gone in less than 2 seconds. Right there. Surveillance footage shared by MPD shows a thief snatching a woman's gun right out of her back pocket while she was in line at a gas station. Tonight, police say they're still looking for this thief.
I always talk about situational awareness, but people, please, use a holster. Welcome to another installment of Connecticut Gun Bench. Today's video is brought to you by P.A.N. Firearms, LLC. P.A.N. Firearms, your NRA certification of multifaceted gun training. You can reach us at 203-300-6343 or use our website at www.panfirearmsllc.com. As always, there'll be a link in the description box below. And if you like channel, like content, and what I do here, you can support me with the link. Everything's appreciated. Online store is open. 20% off CGB20. Gets you that 20%. Free shipping. Just want to give the heads up to Connecticut residents. You have to pay the sales tax. I have no say in the matter. Before I start, I want to say Happy Memorial Day as we remember those who gave their lives so that we can have the freedoms that we have. And that goes all the way back to the Revolutionary War. We must never forget those who never lived a full life, but willingly gave their lives so that we can have the life that we have today. Let's talk about this. And this is a story that's backing up another story that I did on the same situation. People, if you're going to open carry, you have got to be 130%, 40%, 50%, 60% on the ball, your head on the swivel at all times. If somebody sees that gun and they want it, they're going to want it more than you do. And as you can see from both cases, I'm going to get into this story here, but from the previous video I did on the same situation, man walks into a store with a gun just in his back pocket, and 3 young scholars, astronauts, future engineers, came in and stole the gun from his back pocket, ran outside, and then a gun battle ensued. Now, if you're going to do that, you better be well aware of what is going on around you. And this story here, once again, coming out of Memphis, is another example. Here's the thing. I don't open carry. I'm not against it. I'm not against open carry, but if you're going to do it, man, you got to be on the ball 100%. But this woman was in a gas station. Once again, she just had the gun stuck in her back pocket. Young scholar comes in, eyes the gun, looks around, and snatches it. Let me go ahead and give you more details.
Now, this happened Saturday at the Marathon on Shelby Drive. Fox 13's Jack Bilge was live at MPD's Tillman Station right now. Jack, that woman says that she's just grateful to be alive.
Yeah, she says she normally keeps her gun in her purse, but she was in a rush when she was headed into the store and made a split-second decision that she described as a mistake that put her and her son's life at risk. Now, the victim says after her gun was stolen, she went outside to warn her brother, who was in his car parked outside, and the thief pointed the gun at her. We took the video to a self-defense expert. He recommended that gun owners look into a holster with a clasp that would prevent that kind of theft if you plan to open carry, but he says the best way to keep yourself safe if you own a gun is to keep that gun hidden until you need it.
It's easier to take a gun from somebody that's visible. Now, once you take that gun from that person runs the risk of being a victim of a violent crime.
Investigators say that thief was driving a Nissan that they believe was stolen days earlier.
Heard that and you saw that. Now, please, use a holster. 1, use a retention holster. If you're going to open carry, use a retention holster. Like I said, I'm not against open carry. It's just that you have to think about the circumstances that you're in. If you're in rural America, where everybody knows their neighbor and you're walking around open carrying, no big deal. When you're in a city like Memphis, where violence is the norm and criminality is the thing, you got to be well aware that this is a great possibility this is going to happen. And these people are not hiding themselves. You can see from the picture, this guy's not hiding. He's like, he boldly comes in, his face is open, you can see who he is. They're not afraid anymore. And key, absolutely 100%, do not confront the person. If this happens to you, do not confront the person like, hey, give me back my ish. No, let it go. These people will kill you without batting an eyebrow. They have no empathy. They're more than happy to steal your property, and they will end your life over it to keep it. Now, I can't point a lot of blame at this woman because, one, you shouldn't have been carrying like that in that situation. And two, if you're going to do that, the minute that door opens, turn around and look at who's coming through the door. Situational awareness, man. You got to be paying attention. Keep your head on a swivel. Know who's around you and why they are there. But unfortunately, another gun is now on the streets in the hands of a scumbag. But this could have been prevented. Once again, I'm not going to come down on this woman for what transpired in the store. But man, you got to be well aware that when you open carry, you're inviting this kind of attention. And she's right. They have no issues killing you. It is getting worse and worse and worse. And unfortunately, the law-abiding public always pays the price for the criminal actions of others. Because somebody's sitting there going, well, we should have stricter gun laws. Well, we have strict gun laws. This thing is happening anyway. Now, I want to bring up one point. This is pivotal to this story. I want to say it was Senator Murphy, our illustrious senator from Connecticut. He made a point of saying, and I wish I could find the clip, and if I do, I'll put it in. But he made a point of saying, Tennessee is a red state, and they have high incidences of gun crime, or gun violence, as they like to call it. Here's the thing, and this is the point he's leaving out. You take the state of Tennessee as a whole, there are two cities that drive all the gun violence in the state: Nashville and Memphis. It's the same thing with Illinois. If Illinois could eliminate Chicago from its gun death total every year, Illinois would be one of the safest states to live in based on those numbers. What is the common factor in those three cities? Democrat run, and has been for decades, soft on crime. The criminals run the city because the Democrats never hold them accountable. And that's the problem. That happens here in Connecticut. A man was arrested for stealing 50 guns. When they arrested him, they only recovered 14 of the 50 guns, which means there are 36 guns on the streets. They gave him 3 years for that crime. 3 years. And that was over 2 years ago, which means there's a good possibility this man's out already. That's our criminal justice system. But bottom line and the moral to this story, if you're going to open carry, be well aware of what is going on around you. Because young scholars, young astronauts, future engineers are everywhere. And they have such a lack of empathy that they will have no issue stealing from you and killing you over your own property. Somebody takes your gun, back off. Let it go. But let me know what you think. As always, you can leave your comments in the comment section below. And as always, any statements of violence or statements that lead to violence will be removed. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you're notified the next time a video goes live. I'm going to see you on the next one. Peace.